Welcome back, Abby. How have you been?
Good.
So tell me how the training has been going since we set you up for the classes.
It's been going good. We've been working on how to do our resumes, and so I've been putting my resume out, and I got one call back on an interview.
Well, that's great. Where's this interview?
It's at a doctor's office as a secretary.
Okay. You excited?
I'm excited, but I'm really nervous.
Nervous? Why are you nervous?
Because I've worked at my other job for 3 years now, and I haven't had an interview since I started there, and I don't really know anything about working in a doctor's office as a secretary because I work as a cashier.
Okay. We won't do it right now because I just want to kind of catch up on how everything else is going. But later on, would you like to do a mock trial or maybe an interview to kind of just help you?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay. But overall, is the job skill class that you're going to, is that helping you?
It's helping, but it's more just focused on resume.
Where's that going?
But it's not really educating me on interviewing skills and things like that.
Okay, which will be no problem trying to help you with those skills. How is the confidence building going?
It's going okay. I feel like at work, with my current job, when my boss gets on to me, I don't get it as emotional, like it doesn't hurt my feelings as much anymore, but I still haven't confronted him about the way I feel about the other employees.
Okay. We did mention that was going to be our end goal, is just to kind of, might not just talk to him and at least confront him. How are your journals doing? I remember we said to do that for at least a week. Did you release a journal?
With my journal, I've had trouble doing it every day just because it's been hard for me to find 3 things a day about myself that I feel confident about.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I can do 1 or 2, but it's just some days I can't find anything.
Is there, what's making it harder for you to find those?
Just because I don't feel like I do anything. I feel like I just go to work and come home. So I either write about what I did at work that day or something I did at home. That's it, because I don't go anywhere else.
Okay. Have you thought about maybe any hobbies that you might want to start doing?
I mean, whenever I was younger, I used to paint and do drawings and things like that, but I really don't have anybody that I hang out with, so I don't want to go do those things by myself.
Okay. How would you feel if maybe we can set up a location where you can do some painting?
Yeah. Like, do they have painting classes and painting groups?
Yes. We have a couple of resources that we can link you to provide you those to get the connections to getting to those painting classes, if that is something you would like us to do. Okay. Right before the session ends, I'll make sure I give you the information to who to contact, and you guys can communicate and figure out a time to go to the classes. It's at the community center. So.
Okay. Are the classes free? Do you know?
If the classes, honestly, I do not know that information, but I'm pretty sure it won't be that expensive. It's more at the community center. So, like I said, when you call them, they'll be able to explain all that for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I also started doing a new workout program.
Okay.
I'm trying to do a 5K.
Okay.
And it's been really difficult to start.
How come?
Because I was really out of shape.
Okay. So what kind of 5K is this? Is just like, did you find it online? Did you talk to your friends? Or?
I actually joined a running site online that lists all the 5Ks in the community.
Okay. What is your newest? Where is your first 5K going to be?
It's going to be in a town that is about 20 minutes from where I live.
Okay.
So, and it's about breast cancer awareness.
Do you have someone in your family who has breast cancer? So this will really be a determination to get these goals.
Yeah.
Is there using anything to help you get yourself prepared?
I'm using a program launched a 5K.
Okay.
So it's been neat to be able to see myself improving. So that's another thing. That's one more thing I can write in my journal about.
There you go. That's just like, it's just your daily life, and like I said, you know, when writing those journals, you can repeat things. It's not like once you use it one time, it's then cut off. You know.
Okay.
Use those to keep encouraging you because you're doing a great job. I'm so happy to hear that you've set yourself up to doing a 5K for a great cause. I'm also just really happy to hear that you want to keep growing and you found a job that, you know, you get to have an interview coming up. How was the relationship working out?
My relationship with my boss?
Yes.
It's going good. It's getting better. He's not as rude as he was before. I think because he just knows. Because normally when he would confront me about things before, I would just get really down and emotional. And now I just act like he didn't even say anything to me and keep on working. So I think that he's stopped doing it as much because he's not getting a response from me.
Okay.
So.
I mean, it's kind of what you want, is that correct?
Yeah, I want to be able to tell him, look, I am doing this work and none of the other employees are doing anything, and it's important to, I think as an employee, it's important for a boss to recognize the employees that they're doing good work.
I think that's very accurate when it comes to working. You know, sometimes a boss might be really busy and might not see everything, but I'm glad to hear that he is stepping back a little bit, and that, as you mentioned, it's not affecting you as badly. Is there anything else that maybe has changed? Anything new in your life that, besides, you know, your work?
Just my interview that I'm really worried about.
Your interview is going to be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to pretend like I'm going to interview you, okay?
Okay.
You ready for this? Before I can actually do that, I need you to explain to me about this job. So
Okay.
tell me about what you'll have to do as a secretary. What is your...
Okay, it's at a pediatric doctor's clinic. I'll be responsible for when people come in and make sure they sign the little sign-in sheet and looking at the computer for appointment times and answering the phones, taking payments, making sure the insurance companies get billed and things like that, which I have no experience in at all.
Great.
I also have to make sure that everything's cleaned and picked up at the end of the day, make sure to call the people before the next day to remind them of their appointments, and just office work.
Just straight up office work, and do you have to do anything with the clients?
No, it's just going to be strictly organizing information, reminding patients of appointments, stuff like that.
Okay, so I'm going to pretend like I'm going to be the one interviewing you, okay?
Okay.
So when you first walk in, what are you going to do?
Introduce myself.
Introduce yourself, and then as always when you're walking in, always shake hands with the person you're about to get interviewed with.
What happens if I forget?
Well, it's not that you're going to forget, it's just great. It just builds a good hospitality and shows them that you're very welcoming. You know, being a secretary, you're gonna build that, you know, personality where when you meet new patients, they're gonna feel comfortable knowing they're at a good doctor's office, seeing your face.
Okay.
So that's showing the person who's interviewing you that you have that soft face and you're very welcoming and you're wanting to see it. Okay, so the first thing I would say is, you know, when we ask you some questions and you just answer them as you would if you were getting interviewed for real, okay? So what makes you qualified for this job?
I feel like I have a really great personality and I want to work here. I have really good work ethics.
Okay. Can you tell me about your previous jobs?
I've only had one job and I've been there for 3 years now, and I work as a cashier. And I also do like setting up displays and stuff for our store.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been there for 3 years my first year. I got a promotion, but I haven't had promotion since then.
Good. What do you feel like was the most valuable thing you've learned in your previous job? Okay, since you worked at a Walmart, correct?
Yes.
So you worked at Walmart, you can use the most valuable thing is I've learned is working with customers.
Okay.
Because you're going to be working as a secretary, that is right there again, like I said, build a good relationship with the people you're going to be seeing because they're going to see you first before they see the doctors.
Okay.
So when someone's hiring a secretary, they want to know that they're going to have a good face, organized. So you can just say that I've learned to be, if this is correct. Again, you just work it to what it's best set for you. But just say if somebody asks you what you think you learned, the strongest skill you've learned there was, working with customers. Providing the needs that they needed with a great attitude and being patient with everyone, the diversity of people. When a job is trying to hire, especially in that area of secretary, they want to know that you can deal with anybody.
Okay.
You're not limited to people who want to just get groceries. You can work with any kind of people.
Okay.
Okay, so how did you find this?
I was taking a course on job skills, and they helped us put our resumes together, and they give us a list of all the local agencies that are hiring for us to go out and place our resumes.
That's good because I've really enjoyed reading your resume. Very nice, clean cut resume. Okay, so when would you be able to start?
I had to give a 2 weeks notice to my previous job, and after that I could.
Start. Okay, I think it's a great response that you made. It's showing that the job is you take respect to that job, saying that you at least let them know you don't just abort ship and then jump
I want
into
to.
Well, I like to abort a job sometimes, but it's really good to letting the person who's interviewing that you do, just in case if it did happen to them and you want to leave working as a secretary, they know this person is more likely to at least let us know within. Which when you get into a job, working as a secretary, it's more likely you're going to do a month early notice.
Okay.
So within, working at Walmart, McDonald's, that's more of a 2-week notice. But once you work at a more of a bigger job, you're going to want to give at least a month notice.
Okay.
So like I said, that was a great response that you made. Is there any other previous education skills that you have that could suit you for this job?
I graduated high school, and I have my associate's degree.
What did you have your associate's degree in?
General studies.
General studies? Was the general studies in a focus, or it was just general studies? Okay. What is your future goal for your career?
See, I don't know how to answer questions like that if I don't know the answer myself.
Okay. Is there anything, so you got your general studies, did you want to pursue anything more, or the general studies was just to have a degree?
I want to do more, but I don't know exactly what I want to go into.
Okay.
So I didn't want to continue my education until I knew for sure what field I want to go into.
Okay. Most of the time on jobs ask you that. They want to see if maybe they can use you for more. If you continue growing in your education, they might think, we can start her as a secretary, but if we see her go farther, and then if you find some jobs that actually pay for your degree. So they're just wanting to be more prepared just to see where you're going to want to go. Do you have any skills with Microsoft?
Yes.
Microsoft. What kind of skills did you gain from that?
I know how to use Word.
Okay.
And PowerPoint.
Okay.
And I know how to do a spreadsheet.
That's good to know because, like you said, you're going to make sure you keep up with the money. Making sure, most likely at the agency or at the doctor's office, they're going to have it all set up. They just want to make sure someone that comes in can continuously use it and not be stumped on it. Is there any other questions you feel like I haven't asked that you might worry that the job, something like that.